Why is it saying there? Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? Testing, testing. Check.
There you go.
Oh, there we are.
Well, there's a serious delay.
Yeah, there always has been, actually. No sound here, I know, but what about now? So thumbs up if you guys can hear us now. All right. There we go. Yes. Good. Well, fantastic. There we go. So when we say thumbs up, thank you for putting them in the comments, but we want you to hit that little blue thumbs up down to your right and then the heart right next to it.
That's right.
That's right, because it lets everybody know you're having a good time.
That's right.
Welcome to Cut Up and Sew. What's up? Did I say it right?
You did the whole thing.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's okay.
You do it so
the moment's over.
Every Monday we go live, and our new show is called
Cut Up and Sew. What's up?
I gave you the opportunity to do
Thank
it.
you very much.
And we talk about all things cut up and sew. We have Joanne here to do some quilting tips and tricks or some motivational conversations. It kind of changes.
Yeah, whatever occurs to me at 7:45 on Monday morning.
Right. So if you're new, welcome. We're going to kind of dive right in. Sorry about the little technical glitch there. We did a little countdown, and apparently it overrides our microphones. So
And have to learn to turn it off.
we're learning. But we got a producer live on site
That's
to
right.
fix this. Otherwise, me and Joanne would be in trouble.
Yeah, we'd be silent. We'd have to learn sign language.
That's right. So good morning. I see a bunch of people on Facebook. It is a holiday.
That's right. That must be why there's so many people ready
Happy
for.
MLK Day,
Yes.
third day of Shop Hop Day.
What was the other thing? Monday.
Monday. So what's up, Dave? That's right. And hello if you're on Instagram or YouTube. I haven't.
It just amazes me how many places people can find us.
It's wonderful. Trying to make it easy. So before we kind of dive in, I got a few things I want to talk about before we let Joanne. I'm not sure what you're doing today, but before we get into that, how many people have already gone around and done the shop hop? We've had a handful of completed passports already turned in.
That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. So, and just in case, there is currently going on a North Florida shop hop, which is the pattern parade. I don't know if you can see that sign over there, but it started on Saturday and it goes until this Saturday, so 18th to the 25th. So if you didn't get a passport and you're like, hey, I want to do a shop hop, you can still get one.
Mm-hmm.
We have passports for sure in St. Augustine. I don't know if we have any left here, but we can get you one.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. We have ways. It's been fun. And it's the local shop hop. And every shop you go to, you get a postcard pattern, which is
That's
really
right.
cool.
And I don't know about the other shops. I was teaching up in St. Augustine on Saturday, which was the first day of the shop hop. They were having fun.
The chicken dance, did you hear the music?
They did the chicken dance. They were yelling. They were dancing. They were just having a great time. So I don't know what the other shops are doing. I don't think they could be half as much fun as ours.
Yeah, that was Penny's idea up in Cut Up and Sew in St. Augustine. And I said, hey, run with it. And so we saw a video and people were doing the chicken dance and it was fun. Here we have feet all over the floor, so it's great. It's an awesome shop hop and it's the local shops. So really good opportunity for you to just kind of go around, support your local businesses and visit some shops maybe you haven't been to.
That's right.
And they're not that far away.
And I hear, and a friend of mine told me she did the shop hop on Saturday. And she told me that if you're up, if you're up in the Jacksonville area and you've gone to Tilted Quilters and now you're at Cinnamon's, close to Cinnamon's, the one on Bay Meadows Road, there is a sandwich shop called Newt's. So if you're looking for someplace to eat, that is supposed to be
Newt's.
the best.
Oh, fantastic.
Great
Good to know.
sandwiches, great soups. Just thought I'd tell them.
So Newt's in Jacksonville and Dominic's Deli in Palm Coast.
That's right.
That's a good.
That's right.
St. Augustine's got a bazillion awesome restaurants, but I don't know which. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a place called Craves, which is not open on Monday, not too far from the place in St. Augustine, which is very good.
Nina, we wish you could do the shop hop too. Actually, we wish you were just staying here.
That's right.
You don't need to go anywhere else.
That's right. You could be just part of our group.
Are you getting snow? up there? Nina, you're not too far north, but I mean, I heard it was going to snow in Tallahassee. So
Right. That's what
yeah, which is crazy. So
Yeah, my son in Destin is concerned about the same thing.
yeah, it'll be a little bit of flurries. For me, I'm like,
fun.
cool, it snowed in Florida.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's right. It'd be fun.
That's right, Cassie. No school. Woo! Yay for you. Good morning, Jan. All right, so a couple things. Shop Hop is on and rocking, and again, we do have passports. Feel free to call us if you want to get one of those. But again, we have them in St. Augustine, and I can't speak for them, but I'm sure that some of the other shops might have some left over as well. And call us if you have questions. Project Linus is this Saturday, also last day of the Shop Hop, and Project Linus here in Palm Coast. So every other month we do a sewing for charity party. This is the first one of 2025. How appropriate that it's Project Linus. 3 years of Project Linus, which is great. So we do not need any more strips. Is that correct?
No.
You guys came through. It's been fantastic. So they have enough fabric, so no need for the donations. But if you would like to come and sew with us, we'd love to have you.
If they cut them, bring them.
If you cut them, bring them. So
Right.
Project Linus is always accepting donations year round, for sure. But don't go out of your way to cut some before you come. Dana said that they had enough for this Saturday,
Okay.
but they can always use them. If you've cut them, absolutely, they need them. They use them. And we'll be in St. Augustine next month. Exactly.
Oh, cool.
But so for this Saturday, just bring yourself. If you have a small enough sewing machine that's easy to transport, bring that as well. We are elbow to elbow. So don't bring your monster machines. We do have some if you need to borrow one. And just bring a positive attitude.
That's right. It's a busy and fun place.
It is. And if you don't have time to sew, we'd love it if you just stop by. Maybe you can help fold or stack or iron or, cut. Who knows? So if you want to participate, we'd love to have you.
That's right.
Please register. Cutupandsew.com. It's a free event, obviously, because it's a charity thing, but it helps us to know how many people are coming. Yeah, Palm Coast. So cutupandsew.com. You can see the Palm Coast classes, St. Augustine classes. Click on the right calendar for Project Linus. It's Palm Coast and hit add to cart, and it's free. So then
So you're done.
done.
And you'll be expected.
Morning, Char.
You have a very large group on YouTube. Just so you know.
Wonderful. What's up, YouTubers? We should have snow tomorrow. Schools are closed and the city will shut down. And she's in Alabama. Yeah,
Wow. I just never
that's
expect
great.
those southern states to have snow.
Yeah. Well, if we do, they're just not prepared.
Mhm.
Oh, my plants. I'm like, okay, it's one night. They'll be all right. Hopefully.
No, they die.
They will die.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think it's going to get the freezing down
Do
here.
not take
In
gardening
Palm Coast?
advice from Josh.
Well,
Because
no,
they will die.
Yeah, I kill fake plants. But it won't be below freezing in Palm Coast, will it?
Yeah.
Frost warning.
And today they said they gave the temperature for tonight, but they said with the wind chill factor, it will be below freezing.
Wow.
We've met
Bundle
the big
up.
time. That's right.
Nice. We've made it. All right. Project Linus this Saturday. And then I'm going to talk about this at the end of the show as well. But our grand opening in St. Augustine is February the 1st.
Yay.
Were you about to do the dance?
Yeah, I was. That'll be so fun.
It's going to be fun. So I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to usually I blab for, I don't know, feels like eternity. And then we give Joanne like this much time. So I want to change it up and make sure that you have enough time. No pressure. You can go as short or as long as you'd like. But
Good.
I just feel like we're going to kind of change it up a little bit, especially because we have a captive audience.
Yeah, so
And-
many people.
And you have so many important things to share with the world. So,
It's all ready. Okay.
and yeah, you can use that if you'd like to.
Well, this week, as I've been working on my sewing room and trying to get it decluttered and cleaned up and organized and all that, I got tired of doing all that. So I worked on a little project that I ended up being kind of fun. And what it is if you're a hand sewer and you like to, go out in the living room and sit and watch TV while you're sewing, I found this little hand sewing. It's a mat. Yeah, it's a mat that you can make, and it's thank
Maybe.
you very
Will that
much.
work?
Yeah, thank you. It's really it's pretty easy to make, and it's fun, and it works great. And I've been using it, just putting it on my lap while I'm doing my applique, and it has some really neat features to it. So One of the things is if you like to turn edges or whatever, you have this nice surface right here to turn edges on. If you need to do a little bit of cutting, you can do that. It has pockets here where you can tuck things like here's my glue stick and my pins. The really cool thing, the really fun thing is it has magnets in it, and those magnets will hold your scissors.
Ah,
How about that?
And so even if you look at it like this, even like this, the scissors is holding right there. There's another one over here to put pins on. This is really not for something that you're going to store a bunch of stuff in, but it's, you know, just kind of, well, today I'm working on this and I need this and I have all this, I can put it there. So, and then it has this little tab where I just use the same thread all the time for my applique. And so I have it on a bobbin and I just attached it to there.
oh,
And
your
so
bobbin's in there.
I don't know. I thought it was washers.
I was like, I thought this was a magnet. Oh yeah, it's a bobbin.
it's a bobbin. Yeah.
That's great.
So to make one of these, they're really pretty easy. So what I did is these two things come from Dollar General, and it's this one. You can use any board that you have that you want to use. But if you need to buy something, this is called Crafter's Square, and it's an artist canvas, and it's nice and hard. So it's not going to have a lot of, it's not going to bend on you or anything. So that was $1.25. This is the little mat, and lots of places make those mats. So you may already have a small one that you can use. But this mat was also at Dollar General, and it was also $1.25. So these two things are the base.
Thrifty.
Dollar General or Dollar Tree?
Dollar General.
That was $1. Oh, that's cool.
So then the other things that you need are some glue, and I use the Elmer's Craft Bond spray adhesive. You also need just some regular Elmer's glue and the magnets. These are the magnets, and I got them from Amazon.
Super strong magnets.
Yeah, these look like.
They hurt you.
Oh no, they're good.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not really strong, but they're strong
They're
enough to hold your scissors.
yeah. And giant, what looked like a giant glue stick. Yeah.
That's right. So
Can you use a glue stick instead of this?
I
Maybe.
probably wouldn't.
Okay.
So there's what you need, and then you need your fabric. And so the first thing, I covered the whole board, and I just took I had some of the ironing board fabric that you
I'm
can
gonna
use
keep
for
this
ironing
there so
boards.
they can see that kind of.
And I covered the ironing board with ironing board fabric going all the way around so that it covered both the back and front, leaving about at least 2 inches on either side so you can fold them in and make them nice and neat. So if you look at this one, you can see where I didn't have quite enough fabric, so it leaves kind of a unfinished edge there. And you don't want that. But if you have about 2 inches, it'll finish off, and you can see on this one, you just see the fold at the top there. You don't see. So, and I have to confess, it usually takes me about 3 of making any one thing.
So that way you have 3 in there.
No, I
To
don't.
go, this is the way I like it better.
This is the way I
Yeah.
like it. So then I took 3 pieces of fabric. So this one has the dark blue on the outside and a little bit lighter blue on the center. This one, you just cut a piece of fabric that will go from your mat down to the end. And the first one is long, and the first one is actually, once it's on there, is actually going to get glued to the back. And it's mainly there so that you can form a pocket. So I have the longer one, which was about 8 inches, and I turned it over at the top. Then this one was about 6 inches, which I also turned over at the top. And this one was about 4.5 inches, which I turned over at the top. Thank you, Tony. And then I drew lines so that I could sew and make pockets. So now I have pockets where I can put, whatever little things I'm going to need. Before you you sew that, and then you also cut a piece for your back. And the back piece should be the whole length of this. The one back piece here would be the whole length of this area here. once you've done that, you sew it to, and I usually give it about a half an inch more. You can also do 3/4 of an inch longer or wider than the board, so that you have enough to actually sew and then turn, and that way it won't be too big on the. It'll fit nicely. It's not going to be too big or too small.
It's like a slip, and then you slide it. You
Yes.
slide the canvas in. Yeah. Okay.
So then you end up with a little sleeve like this. I have a nice little sleeve, and then I just slide that over the bottom there. So then, and then I take a little 2-inch wide piece of fabric, and I fold it over so that I can make that little thing that I put my bobbin on or my thread on. And so now I'm ready to glue it all together. I'm going to put this here or wherever you want it. Put this right on top of it, and spray the back of it. Spray the back of this with your glue and put it down where you want it. Slide this on. Spray the back of. Once you have this on, then spray this portion here so that this will stick down, and you're done. Now, the really cool thing about this is that what this is made for me. This is made for how I work. It doesn't have a pin cushion on it. It doesn't have a little pocket of any sort to put things in. I just didn't really feel like I needed those. But if those are things that you would like, you can certainly adapt this to serve your own purposes and make it so that it works well for you. I know that when we go someplace, my husband does all the driving, so I get to spend my time sewing, and this will be perfect for in the car.
So you put magnets all in the lip because obviously there's a little pin, or a needle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a pin or a needle? Well, with either.
Yeah.
A little project travel thing.
board.
Board. Yeah, but it's more than a board. I mean, that's cool.
Very cool.
It was fun to make.
That's
it didn't
fun.
take. After I made the first one, they were easy to make, and they just came together rather quickly, and they kind of forced me to think about what I do and how I do it, and making this work for me.
How fun.
Oh, and then
a little hands-on project is always fun. Something
Yeah.
to do, especially now that it's chilly, and
something that finishes quick, doesn't make a lot of mess, that sort of thing. The other thing is the back here. Once you put this on, the back forms a little pocket as well that you could put a pattern in or whatever.
Patterns.
So
That's
you have
right.
a little spot for.
How fun.
You could have put padding in, make it a hiring service on that.
You could.
Yeah.
And that was I had a bunch of this small pieces of the ironing fabric, and you can use any fabric there. But yes, a little bit of batting on the back.
Tony had said add batting
Mhm.
for like a pressing pad.
Yes,
Talk about?
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
How fun.
Oh, yeah. I'll take pictures of that.
I was gonna say, can they see it all right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I see a bunch of people. Good, Mary, that's awesome. I can't wait to see you and your group during the shop hop. Angelina, good morning. Have you made these before? Were you just like sitting at home, just kind of playing, and you're like, this will be fun? Okay.
I saw something on YouTube, I think, that was very similar to this. And that's where I got the idea. And then I thought, I'm going to make these for my friends. And then I started thinking, well, I don't know if my friends do any hand sewing. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But
Well, Tony had asked how many hand sewers are hanging out with us this morning. I don't know if anybody responded. Didn't you ask that? How many hand sewers? It's a good question because we do have an EPP club. People often come in and ask if we have any sort of needlepoint or crocheting, and we don't do that, but we do EPP.
She's going to be talking about borders bindings in February on Friday session.
yeah, that's right. Borders, bindings, and finishing your quilt.
And that'll be a Friday
Yeah, 2 Fridays.
here in Palm Coast or
Here.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if you have questions on borders, bindings, and
Finishing.
finishing,
Just finishing your quilt. And it originally started out as just come finish your quilt. If you've got something you need to work on, maybe you want some help with, maybe you just want to hang out with some other people and finish your quilt, whatever. It started out as just finish your quilt. And then I started realizing that people always want to know about binding and looking at some borders that were wavy. And I thought, I'll include some of that in there too, so that you can get nice flat quilts with nice binding and get it done. And I was thinking maybe I'll give a prize to the people who finish a quilt.
Ooh.
Ooh, prizes are always fun.
Prizes are always fun.
We like bribery. Cut up and sew. Yeah, I see some hand sewers, which is great. So, and I tell you, we hear constantly, every shop I've ever been in that I've asked, what kind of classes do you want? Binding is amongst that list of things that they want help with. So fantastic. And I've seen you do, you've done binding classes. I've seen your big wide bindings and everything, and it's cool. So look on the calendar. Is that on the calendar already?
Oh, yeah. It's only 2 Fridays in February.
I might do 3. We'll see.
2 Friday. Right now it's 2 Fridays in February as of now, just FYI. But you can find that again at Cut Up and Sew, and just look on the Palm Coast calendar. Very fun. I love that. I'm a hand applicator and sometimes hand piecer. No, what's that?
Oh, we could do that.
Flat board for a project is always a plus. Yeah, absolutely. I do just rarely Hawaiian applique.
Oh my goodness.
That's Judy. What's Hawaiian applique?
Oh, it is beautiful.
It
It is.
Is
just
it like a
beautiful.
style?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's just awesome, and I commend you. You have my utmost respect.
Okay, cool. I'd like to see it. Hawaiian applique. That might be the first time I've heard of that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
We got training.
I used to just say, people are like, oh, I sewed by hand. I was like, no, that's what machines are for. But I'm starting to come, like, I see the results, especially for EPP, and I love the look of it's the precision, and I get it. I'm not going to do it, but I respect it and I get it. So I think it's cool that there's more people doing hand sewing, truthfully. And actually across, social media, mainly on TikTok, like the young generation's getting big into crocheting.
Yes.
Which I was like, wow, I didn't see that one coming. I mean, I know everything kind of comes full circle, but yeah, crocheting, I was like, that's cool too.
See, I think we need a time when crocheters and knitters, it's not a class, it's just a time when crocheters and knitters can come and knit and crochet and just share their knowledge.
It's great. I love it. My current piece has been whipped for 10 years.
That's for Hawaiian quilt.
Okay. Note to self, do not Hawaiian applique. Okay. Well, Barbara, good morning to you. You just woke up. You just retired. It's 9:30. Good for you. I can find something useful for. All right, fantastic. So yeah, if you guys have questions on that, or if you're watching this back and it's not live, do hashtag replay for us. It helps us see who watches it after the fact. Also, we can ask Joanne any questions that you have. Tony and I do go back and look at the comments, and we try to interact. So fantastic. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think the first thing I want to just kind of throw out there for you guys. Now, we talked about paper piecing, but this is not EPP. This is foundation paper piecing. I know you were worried I was going to say EPP. I was not. So we have been looking for a good block of the month project, something to do. We did the Queen of Diamonds, and nothing has really jumped out at us. And then I saw this, and I kind of said, this is the one. And we've had some people already get excited about it. So you can put it in the comments if this is something that looks appealing to you, if it's something that you'd want to do. It'll just kind of confirm and let us really get the ball rolling. But I just think it's a really cool, they call it almost like a row by month. It would start in October-ish, and essentially you would do a row a month.
That's a big size quilt, 70 by 84.
Where is it? Oh yeah, 70 by 84. I mean, it's a big quilt. It's not a daunting quilt, but there's definitely some techniques in there that would be a little bit challenging, which is great. And foundation paper piecing, mind you. Remember, if you've never done it, we were kind of talking about, I don't think I would do this for the very first foundation project. We will offer a class so we can show you essentially some of the technique, but challenge yourself. We say it all the time. You know what I mean? If this looks like, ooh, foundation paper piecing, this one looks hard, that's a good thing. I don't know if I would, well, come to the class. I mean, technically.
I think anybody can do it.
Do you?
If you're going to start it and you have a whole year to do it, you're going to grow those skills.
That's a good point. I stand corrected. Ignore
So it
everything I
starts
just
with-
said.
It starts with an easy block. And
I don't know about that, but I will teach you how to do it. And then
Well, she's right there. That's a good way to look at it. So even if it's not an easy block that it starts with, Tony will show you how to do it. And then you have a year to hone your skill
Right.
and improve and gain. So actually, you're right. So do this.
Challenge yourself.
Challenge yourself. Even if it's the first one you do. I stand corrected. Ignore everything I just said. Do this. Calling all new foundation paper piecers. Anyway, cool. Sherry
Oh,
wants
we
to
got-
do
we got
it.
4 people.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, it's great. And you know what? We had seen a handful of them, and a lot of them were really pretty with the batiks, but something just didn't, I don't know, wasn't the one.
Mhm.
So cool. We're going to do that then. We will have more information for you guys on that. Let's seal the deal. Let's do it.
Okay.
Bundle up in January. Bundle up for January. Very fitting because we're bundled up today. But we've got the shop hops going on, but we've been having this bundle concept theme going for the month of January. So we got a few things. When you come in and you build your own purse or bag, you pick out the fabric, the pattern, and the hardware. You purchase it all together. You get to save $5, which is great.
Oh, cool.
Which is kind of a fun idea. Also,
People took advantage of it on Cypress.
heck yeah. Oh, good. Fantastic. Why wouldn't they take advantage of it?
It's a great deal.
Right. Also, design your own bundle, which is kind of a cool idea. Purchase the pattern and the fabric for a project with a retail value of $100 or more, and you get $10 back. And it's right then. We will take the $10 off of the purchase, which is great. So again, just some fun bundle ideas. We also have a couple of, you can't see them right now, but we've got a Janome 9410 that includes a universal table, which is a really nice table, very sturdy for someone who doesn't have a ton of space. We also have a Kangaroo and Joey and a Soprano. So as you're going around to the shops in Palm Coast, we have the two that I just mentioned. In St. Augustine, you purchase a Bernina 990, you get a free Bernina 335,
A free machine?
a free machine because.
Wow.
And this is something that we're going to start doing because look, people are getting these humongous machines.
Uh-huh.
You can't take that to class.
No, you can't.
So we're going to give you a classroom machine to go with it.
Cool.
One that makes sense, that would, the feet would make, so
Mhm.
we've talked about it and we said, let's just do it because how convenient is it? Oh, I don't have to go buy another machine.
Mhm.
I just bought this machine.
And that might be something that deters people from buying the bigger machine is that they can't move with it. But now you can.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
I see some people here. The bundle is a great way to buy supplies for. Well, Christy, you beat me to it. But
Please
one
get there.
one thing that I was going to say is that, what day is it?
Thursday.
It's this week. It's Thursday. Christy still has spots available for her By Annie U. I think it's the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper is this Thursday
St. Augustine.
in St. Augustine. Thank you. So what a perfect way to get some supplies. Now we know that St. Augustine they didn't have a ton of bag supplies. We're fixing that. The stuff is on the way. Some of it's already arrived. More is arriving this week. So we hear you. We didn't mean to set them up for failure. I'm sorry to the St. Augustine staff. We're like, here's a class. Oh no, we need stuff. So that we're working on that. We're fixing that. But we're excited to start the bag. Well, we're excited for Christy to start having classes there. Because we've been doing it here for a long time. Why not do it there?
Yeah.
Also, this week, a class that has availability.
T-shirt.
Can they see that all right? Okay. So this is awesome. This is Carrie's class, and it is T-shirt quilting on a serger, which is
Flat.
flat lock, right? Which is great. People have sergers, and they're always looking, what else can I do with it? You can do that. And there are spots available. If you sign up for it or you want to come in and sign up for it, we have T-shirts here in the shop because Carrie and we are providing the shirts because it's all about learning the technique, not using your own shirts to make your masterpiece quilt. It's learning the technique, which is great. And it'll just be the top. So you're not going to, again, this is a technique driven class, which is great. So there are spots available for Christy's class in St. Augustine and this in Palm Coast. Yeah. Okay. I'm always looking at you like, am I saying that right? Fantastic. Interested in learning Joyce Snodgrass.
She's I think she's
Oh,
learning about paper
that's
piecing.
Joyce. I was like, yeah, hey, Joyce. Like, what you want to learn about yourself? Well, yeah, I mean, you should be interested in learning everything, but which one in particular? Is it the foundation paper piecing that you were interested in learning about? I wonder. Or was it Christy's bag making classes? Or was it the t-shirt? You just said a lot.
So many options.
I know. Also, before I show the new fabric, do not forget, every month there is a foot of the month. And then starting next month, because we weren't really prepared, it's not going to only be Bernina feet that are 25% off. So this month it is the walking foot, which is a huge deal. It's a huge deal. These things ain't cheap. So get 25% off of the Bernina walking feet this month, and then next month, whatever the foot of the month is, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, it is almost $50. Yeah. Next month we will have the foot of the month, but it'll be for Baby Lock, Janome, and Bernina, which is going to be really cool. So we have a few of these left. We can always order you one if we run out, but you got to do it this month. So
yeah, and if you have a Bernina and you don't have one of these walking feet, I know they're very expensive. It just hurt me. It hurt my heart to buy one, but
they're
I
$200
love it.
plus dollars. I mean,
Yeah.
they're it's no
They
joke.
are awesome, and it comes with not just one walking foot. It comes with 3 different styles of soles. Thank you. Soles of the feet. So you have different things. That one has that the stitch in the ditch bar that comes down in the middle.
With
That
the
it has
guide.
a standard, and I can't remember what the other one is, but and then it also has the bars that go off the side that so that you can the seam gauges that come off the side. It's just a great foot, well designed, works great. I love it.
Yep. But it's expensive, so get 25% off.
Mhm.
We sell it, we can't order them within.
That's what I mean. Yeah, if we
Yeah.
sell out, we can order you one. You just have to do it before the end of the month.
Mhm.
Isn't this pretty?
Party.
Our very own Nancy did this, and we have not a ton of these kits, but we do. People have been saying, aren't you going to do kits? Well, we used to, and nobody bought them. So, but we hear you guys, and especially if it's something really fun, really cool like this, you know, hey, what perfect timing, because Valentine's Day is not that far away.
That's right.
But also, it's just a lovely quilt that represents happiness and love and fun. So Nancy killed it with this quilt, and we do have a few of these sample kits, that are available. We also have the fabric, but buy a kit. I love it. It's called Love Ya.
It's a cute quilt.
It is a cute quilt. I love it. Nancy did an awesome job. So I just wanted to show you guys that.
And if you're looking for something that is cute and fun and just reeks happiness, it's an easy quilt to make too.
Say that again?
You want to show it under the camera?
I can show it underneath this. Yeah, I'm going to move Joanne's fun board project. All right. And I'll slide these here. Speaking of, what'd you say? Reeks happiness and fun.
It just didn't seem to go together, did it?
Look at this collection. Holy cow. Hold on. Let me open that because you don't get to see the
Now, this is not a Tula pink, is it?
new.
It has a little bit of that look to it.
This
Yes.
is, to me, it's a new designer, and I'm going to butcher the name, but it's
Gosh, it's
Odile. I want to say Odile. It's a Free Spirit collection, and it's just so unique, so different.
Mhm.
This reeks happiness, in my
It
opinion.
does.
And I love that. Can they see that print okay?
Yeah. Mhm.
Fantastic.
So there are, let's see, so it's hands here holding flowers, and it looks like there's 4 different hands.
So
And
this
I'm
is
just gonna
called
show-
Language of Flowers.
Yeah, I'm going to show
Beautiful.
you some of the. I love that they even have the prints on the leaves. I mean, it's just so
Very cool.
stylized.
Put that down though, because it looks like it's not pink.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now you can see.
Yeah. It's very, very, very stylized. And then here's another colorway of that
Oh,
original.
teal.
Maybe you can see that one pretty good.
Oh,
Very
It's a
pretty.
really rich, but I just love the contrast. It's woo.
Yeah, and this one, the hands really stand out. It's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Now, who doesn't want a hedgehog holding some scissors? Come on. Look how
I love that.
ridiculous. Now the colors are fantastic, but this is a fun one. Look, you got the knitting
Mhm.
bunny, and the bird is doing what? Oh, it's on the spool. Another really fun one.
Oh, there's one more.
And this is crazy that this is my favorite. This might be most people's favorite because I don't love green, and this is a wild green. But I'm telling you, when you see this in person, maybe even on the camera, I don't know. We'll see.
Very
I don't know if it shows, but
Mhm.
Shoo-wee.
Little fairies.
And the
Oh,
fairies,
the
it's so
fairies.
whimsical and fun. But again, these colors, these two colors, I would not pick those to go together, but this green is something fierce. I don't know. I love it.
You know, we had that green. This must be a color of the year because it's like we had that green last week that had a little bit different look to it.
We did
It's
have
really
that.
pretty.
That's interesting that you say that. I didn't even think about it. And it actually shows pretty good on the camera. I'm looking at the
Mhm.
camera, so it actually is showcasing that.
And just look, you can fussy cut these and then maybe put a log cabin style strips around the outside, make a really cute quilt for a little girl or for you or whatever.
Absolutely. And
lots
Nina
of options for
is, and she's saying it right here. She loved these fabrics, and so she offered to make a sample for us. So
oh, did she
it looks
really?
like she's going to be mailing this sample this week. Woo woo! I'm
Awesome.
excited. I cannot wait to see it.
Barb's question, that quilt is 45 by 63.
Oh, Barb, I guess you had a question. This is 45 by 63. This Love Ya quilt. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. I love this.
And we'll move these out of the way just so that just throw it on there. So you can see we got, it's almost all Florida shop hop time where you can start pre-ordering. I mean, you can already pre-order the fabrics, but we don't have them in the store yet. This is not technically part of that collection, but it might as well be because it's going to match some of the stuff we have coming in absolutely wonderfully. Also, they're just killer blenders.
Really, they're nice.
So I just kind of wanted to showcase some of the blenders that we got in here. I don't know if I should stack them like that or do them individually. What do you think? Doing like that, is that working okay?
Yeah. Push it, we got space, you can push it down a little bit.
Can we go all the way over?
Not really, but that's all right. You got more to show.
Yeah, let's see here. So,
Ooh, that's a neat green.
Just look at the variation in color. This one goes from blue to black to purple. Oh, they're wonderful
I know.
colors.
And then this is just awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, this would go with some Tim Holtz stuff. And
I think they all would go with Tim Holtz.
well, you're right. They would.
Tim Holtz fan.
And of course, there's a dark one.
Is that black or is it green?
It is a black one. When you set it next to that green, isn't that
Yeah,
wild?
it really
It
brings
pulls out that green. So take that green away.
Bye,
No.
green.
And well, I'm just saying, if you don't want the green, it's different.
Yeah, but it certainly
But
goes with
look
it.
at that.
Yeah.
It's
Work
funny how
together.
color can play on your eyes like that. Play with your eyes. This is my favorite one. And I don't know is that too close to the camera for it to see the colors?
Maybe.
Let me pull it back a little.
So into the woods,
There you
is there another fabric that is more woodsy? More
Well, there's a ton of them, but this was just a blender line that I picked out,
Mhm.
and I don't even know if I got all of them or not. I cannot remember.
this is
Usually, when
really
fabric
beautiful.
shows up, I go, "Oh yeah, we did order that." But it's just a really cool blender line because it's got the movement. If you need something that's not going to be like a solid,
Mhm.
but you could also mix it with something with the bigger prints, and it wouldn't be too busy. I think this one's pretty busy though because it's got so many different colors.
Mhm.
And it's a quilting treasure, so it's going to be a digitally printed. That's why you're going to get all those rich colors, and it's super soft.
Nice.
Which Tony knows more about like thread counts and all that good stuff, but people kind of harumph about digital prints, and we don't really get it.
Well, I think there are things that you have to do a little bit differently with a digital print.
You mean the way you sew?
The way you sew, exactly, because if your needle is dull, or if you're I think you probably should use a ballpoint needle on there because it'll push through it. It'll push through the back of the fabric,
And you'll see
and
the
you'll see
bottom,
those little runs.
the runs coming
Yeah,
through.
so you just have a few little changes that you might make, but other than that, they're
Interesting. Yeah. Well, for me, I loved it originally just because of the color choices now, the vibrance of it, because it's digital.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that makes sense. So if you've never sewn with a digital print, you're wondering why, maybe try a different needle.
Mhm.
Why you're seeing the white basically come through,
Right, either the white or the runs.
or the runs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a question. Are these available at both stores? I would say.
So
Almost
they're available on our website. And the way that things are working is we are not going to have the same fabric in both locations because that doesn't work. We want you guys to go to both locations. But we can absolutely transfer things. So if you see an item, like if you want this, for example, this is not in St. Augustine. This is in Palm Coast. Now, we will show certain things that are in St. Augustine and vice versa, but we are happy to get this to St. Augustine for you. You just need to call us or go to the website, place the order, say you want to pick it up in St. Augustine, we can make it happen. Or you can call us, we can cut it for you. You can either pay over the phone or, again, yes, the answer is we can get it wherever, but the actual bolts will not be in both locations. Some things will. We will have the All Florida Shop Hop in both locations for sure, because we got 2 of every. I mean, yeah. So Brenda ordered some, and then I ordered some. So, and there'll be some things that we'll have in both locations, but for the most part, the goal was to keep it different. Looks like grunge. Ish, a few of them, but I'll be honest with you. So we do have grunge in St. Augustine, and we're going to keep it. I hear you guys loud and clear, because it was a toss up down here, and the grunge lost in Palm Coast. But it's the opposite. It wins in St. Augustine. People wanted it. It's going to stay. So, and I get it. People have been using grunge for a long time, and a lot of people still love it. And so I'm not going to try to ruffle your feathers. Grunge is staying. I do like some of the grunge that has like the metallic, so I'm a sucker for bling.
I haven't seen any with metallic.
Done that? Yeah, there's a handful of them that do. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Are the blenders your oh, that's okay, Tracy. Tracy, where you want it?
Yeah.
I'll get it wherever you want it. We need to talk, by the way, about costuming in St. Augustine and in Palm Coast. So I'll see you hopefully sometime soon so we can put our heads together and plan something fun. All right. Any questions on anything that we have covered at all? I know it was a lot. If you have questions about Joanne's lap board project thing,
That's
I don't know
a
what to
good
call
name
it.
for it.
Okay. Feel free to put the questions in the comments or reach out to us, and we can get a hold of Joanne to answer any of those questions. Don't forget, Shop Hop is on and rocking until this Saturday. Passports are still available in St. Augustine for sure. If you need one down here, we can make it happen. We can get you one down here, no problem. Or start in St. Yeah, but we can make it happen. But it's a great Shop Hop, and people have. Day one was insane. I have a feeling today is going to be insane. Yeah. And Casper's off from school, so I think I'm going to post him up at the welcoming thing and let him stamp, because I think he would enjoy stamping.
Yeah.
How long will that last?
Get 3 stamps. And then like one rush of people, he's going to go, oh, too many people, and then run. I told him I'd pay him. I said, you can make money, dude. Hourly, I'll pay you.
All right.
Cheapest labor of my life. Just joking. Don't. No child labor, I swear.
I hear it's good to hire your children.
Yeah, because they're free. There are passports in PC too. Christy says it, but I think there's like 2.
Yeah, there's not very many.
Unless you guys found a secret stash somewhere, which means our numbers are way off, but there was literally 2. Anywho, we can make that happen. Project Linus 25th, that's this Saturday. Please register. We'd love to have you. Sewing for an amazing organization, doing some good, making some kids happy. It sucks that it's needed, but we love that we can do something to help.
That we can help.
Exactly. Absolutely. And then our grand opening, do not forget, is February the 1st. Palm Coast will close. So, yep, I want the whole staff to be able to come and, unity. Mm-hmm. What did Farron say? Solidarity. Like, it's important that we are a crew. We're a family. So it's important that they can come up there with us. So Palm Coast will be closed on February the 1st. St. Augustine will be open. Ribbon cutting ceremony at 9:45.
All right. And if you haven't been to St. Augustine, it is just a delightful shop, delightful staff, wonderful fabric, very open feeling. You'll love it.
I should have said this earlier. Thank you, by the way. And I agree with you. I'm a little biased, but I agree. We've been so lucky that staff stayed on, and they've just been so happy and pumped about change. And It's been awesome. And I cannot wait to see how far we can take it.
They're just having a great time and just making it that much more fun.
This industry is awesome. Who wouldn't have a good time if you work in a quilt shop?
That's true.
Baffles me. I hear somebody say, oh, they were just so unhappy in that. What in the world are you doing there? Leave. Do not work there anymore. Seriously. But I wanted to say real fast that the collage quilt class that Joanne just finished. Whoa! Bravo to all the students. Bravo to you. Your education must have been just on point because the results were incredible.
It was.
I mean,
it was
I was floored.
It was a very fun class. I had people in there that was their first time doing collage, and they were just absolutely newbies, and they had a good time and turned out some really pretty things. I had a couple of people who had done collage before, and just taking that one step further was so much fun for me to see them do that. And then there was a couple of people who did their own designs, which is one of the things that I've really been wanting to see more of. And so it was just a very
Awesome.
fun class, and everybody just really enjoyed each other, learned from each other. It was a great time.
I love it. I was so impressed. So nice job, everybody.
We need to call the shop and we'll arrange it.
Wendy, call the shop. We can absolutely arrange that for you. We got to roll though because it's 10 till the doors open, and it's going to be a crazy shop hop day. So always live to create.
And just really enjoy that passion that you get when you create and you take all this wonderful fabric and do cool stuff with it.
Do cool stuff. I love that. Have an awesome day. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.